শ্রোতা শুনছেন রেডিও পদ্মা ৯৯.২ FM। এখন শুনবেন আমেরিকান এম্বাসি। মিস্টার আর্ল আর মিলার আমাদের মাঝে এসেছিলেন এবং তিনি আমাদের রেডিও ভিজিট করেছেন। রেডিও পদ্মায় তিনি এসেছিলেন এবং একই সাথে তার একটি ইন্টারভিউ তিনি আমাদেরকে দিয়েছেন। আমরা এখন সেই ইন্টারভিউটি শুনবো এবং পুরো ইন্টারভিউ জুড়ে আপনাদের সাথে ছিলাম আমি সৌমি স্বর্ণ এবং আমরা ইন্টারভিউ চলে যাব। ইন্টারভিউয়ের মাঝে কিন্তু উনি অনেক ধরনের প্রশ্নের উত্তর দিয়েছেন, অনেক ধরনের কথা বলেছেন এবং বাংলাদেশ এবং আমেরিকার মধ্যে যে বন্ধুত্ব সুলভ সম্পর্কটি, এটিকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে আরও কি কি ভূমিকা তার পক্ষ থেকে থাকতে পারে এবং তিনি আরও কি কি কাজ করতে চান। এবং বাংলাদেশে তিনি খুব কম সময়ের আর কি এসেছেন, মাত্র 4 মাস বাংলাদেশে তার এক্সপেরিয়েন্স কাজ করার এবং অ্যাম্বাসেডর হিসেবে, এবং একই সাথে এই 4 মাসের মধ্যে তার এক্সপেরিয়েন্সগুলো, তার কাজ করার জায়গাগুলো এবং সে কতটা ভালো লাগছে তার বাংলাদেশে এসে বা বাংলাদেশের এনভায়রনমেন্টে সে নিজেকে কিভাবে খাপ খাইয়ে নিয়েছে, এই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে আমরা একটি প্রতিবেদন শুনবো, একটি ইন্টারভিউ শুনবো এই মুহূর্তে। সো সবাইকে ওয়েলকাম, আপনারা সবাই সাথেই থাকুন, শুনতে থাকুন রেডিও পদ্মা ৯৯.২ FM। চলে যাচ্ছি মিস্টার আর্ল আর মিলার, আমেরিকান অ্যাম্বাসেডর টু দ্য পিপলস রিপাবলিক অফ বাংলাদেশ। তার বক্তব্যগুলো শুনবো এবং আবারও ফিরে আসবো এই আয়োজনে।
রেডিও পদ্মা FM 99.2।
Hello dear listeners, you are listening to Radio Padma 99.2 FM and today we are going to have a really great opportunity because Mr. Earl R. Miller, U.S. Ambassador to the People Republic of Bangladesh, is with us and he will be staying with us for the next 15 minutes and we are going to discuss about various important issues between Bangladesh and United States of America. Firstly, I would like to ask you, sir, how are you?
Very good. And good morning, Rajshahi, and good morning, Bangladesh, and good morning to you. It makes me feel really happy to see a female journalist and a female radio broadcast professional here in the studio this morning.
Thank you so much.
When I was a university student, I studied journalism, and in the United States, we don't have enough female journalists and female broadcasters. We're working on that, and I know Bangladesh is working on it as well, so it's good to see you here this morning, and thank you for allowing me to come into your studio and talk to what I'm told are 500,000 listeners.
Yes, absolutely. And you arrived in Bangladesh a few months ago, so please tell us about your experience in Bangladesh so far.
Yes, I've been in Bangladesh about 4.5 months.
Yes.
And, you know, I've had the chance to travel across a remarkable country. And everywhere I've gone, I've been met with nothing but the greatest warmth, the greatest courtesy, wonderful welcome. I've had the chance to travel to Cox's Bazar a number of times, to the Chittagong Hill Tracks, to Khulna and Jessore and Sylhet, and a number of other places. This is my first trip to this region, and as advertised, as I'd heard before coming out, it's absolutely beautiful, and we've very much enjoyed our time here. Looking forward to spending another day and a half here as well.
You have said that you have visited several places in Bangladesh. So how does Rajshahi compare with those places?
I was thinking about that this morning. Again, I've only been here for a day and a half, but it strikes me when you come into the city, it feels like a college town. And it doesn't have that kind of frantic pace that you sometimes sense in Dhaka. People seem it's much more comfortable, it seems to me. I was told that this city is a true educational and cultural hub, and that's what it feels like. And we've had the opportunity to visit 2 universities today, to experience that firsthand and talk to young people and talk to young students. But it has that wonderful feeling of a city that holds culture and education in high regard, and that's why I know I'll be back again and again. And in that light, we had the opportunity yesterday at Verinda University to open the American Corner, which we'll talk about in a minute, I'm sure.
Community radio in Bangladesh began only a few short years ago, but now people use community radio to share their stories also. In your opinion, how can communities benefit more from community radio?
The great thing about community radio is its access to the community. anyone should be able to use that forum to express ideas, to talk directly to people that they otherwise might not be able to communicate with. It's a wonderful way to express candid and direct opinions. It's a wonderful way to reach out to communities that may sometimes not be represented. It's a wonderful way to engage young people and students. And I know that's what you're doing. What you're doing here. As I walked through the office, it was really inspiring to see your staff hard at work on a wide spectrum of issues and programs. But I would encourage all your listeners out there to get involved in community radio. If you have issues that you want to raise and discuss, it's a wonderful forum to do just that.
Yes, community radio is for my view. From my view, it's my passion.
Yes, I can tell.
Okay, so please tell me how the U.S. English teaching programs working through community radios in Bangladesh.
Yes. Since 2012, the U.S. Embassy has partnered with Bangladesh NGOs Network for Radio and Communication to implement an English language learning program called American English Radio Project, which is aimed at improving the English language skills of community radio listeners in rural Bangladesh. The project initially started with one community radio station, but by 2016 expanded to include 17 radio stations located in 16 districts and 7 divisions of Bangladesh. And as part of that program, 50 English teachers have been trained and 20 radio broadcasters, and a program called Listeners' Corners has been set up at 17 radio stations. And as a result, the American English Radio Project reaches more than 1.3 million listeners for every broadcast program.
Yes, absolutely. It is also a really famous program in our radio station.
Is it?
And I conduct this.
And what are some of the issues? And let me ask you a question. So, what are some of the issues that you discuss?
We actually focus on the learning process. Our target is to make people interested to speak English, to read English, to learn English, to know about English.
Under the English radio program, English Language Club is formed to improve the capacity of speaking and learning process of young people. And there is also a quiz competition held in every week on the radio to encourage young people for learning English, to speak English, to read English, and to know each and everything about English.
It is the success of
explore the various meanings of the word,
yes,
as resonance in different.
There is a teacher who comes in every week, and he also discusses about various topics.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so please tell us about some initiatives that the U.S. government is taking or will take in the future to improve people-to-people connectivity between the United States and Bangladesh.
Well, that's one of the very best aspects of this wonderful job that I have as I represent the people of America to the people of Bangladesh. And that's what diplomacy is all about, the people-to-people ties, and how we're talking right now and communicating to a wider audience. And one of the ways that we do that at the U.S. Embassy is through our cultural and educational exchanges. And that's two-way traffic. That's where we have people from Bangladesh go to the U.S., and we have people from the U.S. Come to Bangladesh to share experiences and to learn about our different cultures and our different societies. And we have a number of programs. One of the most famous is the International Visitor Leadership Program, or IVLP. And we have some really extraordinary alumni from Bangladesh that have participated in that program, including Bangabandhu in the early 1950s is IVLP alum. We have a number of world-renowned academic programs, including the Humphrey and Fulbright programs, and then a number of cultural programs that can involve anything from opportunities to learn on American campuses, having musicians come to Bangladesh or travel to the United States. We've had over 7,500 Bangladeshis travel to the United States to participate in these programs. And the number of new students in Bangladesh has increased, I think, by 5%
wow.
this year from last year. So I would encourage your listeners, if they're interested, to contact the U.S. Embassy to see if they could become a part of either our cultural or educational exchange programs. And while I'm talking about this really wonderful initiative, I had the chance to talk to university students yesterday about education opportunities in the United States. And I was telling the students, I think all young people, when they think about university study, it's a big step, right?
Yes.
Whether you're doing it in your hometown or traveling to another city in your own country or traveling outside of your country. And I told them that if they're looking at opportunities to study in the United States, they should know that Bangladeshi students in the United States are superstars. I don't know what it is about Bangladeshi students or the way they look at academics, but if you're out there and thinking about studying in the United States and you have any trepidation or insecurity about how you'll do academically or socially on a U.S. campus, let me tell you, you will be fantastic. Talk to any Bangladeshi student who has studied in the United States about their experience, and they will tell you that, first of all, it was incredibly rewarding academically, but also socially and personally. So I would encourage you all to explore the many, many opportunities for higher education in the United States through the Embassy's Education USA program. Bangladesh is now among the top 25 countries in the world that sends students to the United States for study. And 2/3 of those students are attending graduate school, which speaks to their academic credentials and the quality of education they're receiving here.
Oh, wow. It will be a great opportunity for us, all of us.
So are you coming? Are you coming to the U.S.? Yes, indeed.
Yes, I will try my best.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you. What are your priorities to strengthen the U.S.-Bangladesh bilateral relationship?
Good question. Well, there's a number, and we could break them down into kind of a big five. First of all, of course, I'll be focused on the economic pillars of our relationship and how we can improve U.S. investment in Bangladesh and Bangladeshi investment in the United States. Then there's the security component of what we do, how we work together to combat counterterrorism and work on regional security issues. And I'll be going out to the police academy after this program to meet with police officers who are going through training there, and we have U.S. instructors that assist from time to time with that. I'm also focused on issues of good governance and democracy and human rights, and those are issues that I spend a lot of time speaking to government officials and members of opposition political parties and young people and NGOs about how we can work together to improve the democratic environment in Bangladesh, because development must go hand in hand with democratic progress as well. Health and environment are issues that I'm very interested in and a priority for the U.S. Embassy. That we do a lot working with Bangladeshi healthcare providers on issues around tuberculosis and other communicable diseases, and looking at enhancing the healthcare system in this country. And of course, climate change and the environment are issues that we focus on as well. And all of those five issues, I'm always looking for opportunities to engage with women and young people as well. That's kind of the rainbow arching over my big five priorities.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving us time and coming here and sharing your views with our listeners.
Oh, my great pleasure.
Listeners, we had a great time with Earl R. Miller, U.S. Ambassador to the People's Republic of Bangladesh. And the time is saying that I have to say goodbye to you all. So stay connected with Radio Padma 99.2 FM and goodbye from Shomi Sharno.
Radio Padma FM 99.2.
শ্রোতা এতক্ষণ শুনছিলেন ইউএস অ্যাম্বাসিডর টু দ্য পিপলস রিপাবলিক অফ বাংলাদেশ মিস্টার আর মিলারের একটি ইন্টারভিউ, এবং পুরো ইন্টারভিউ জুড়ে আপনাদের সাথে ছিলাম আমি সৌমি স্বর্ণ। এবং আমরা দেখলাম এতক্ষণ মিস্টার আর মিলার কথা বলছিলেন। উনি গত 28 তারিখে 28 মার্চ আমাদের মাঝে এসেছিলেন, রেডিও পদ্মাতে এসেছিলেন এবং তিনি আমাদের রেডিও ভিজিট করেছেন এবং একই সাথে আমাদের ইয়াং যারা ইউথরা কাজ করছে তাদের সাথে দেখা করেছেন, কথা বলেছেন এবং একই সাথে একটি ইন্টারভিউ দিয়েছেন, যে ইন্টারভিউটি এতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত আমরা শুনছিলাম। এবং উনি কিন্তু বেশিরভাগ সময় আমরা ওনার কথার মধ্যে যেটা দেখতে পেলাম যে ইউএস এর সাথে বাংলাদেশের যে সম্পর্ক, এবং আমরা যখন যদি হায়ার এডুকেশনের ক্ষেত্রে ইউএসএতে যেতে চাই বা আমাদের যদি সেই ইচ্ছাটা থাকে, সেই অ্যাম্বিশনটা থাকে, তাহলে কিন্তু অনেক অনেক অপরচুনিটি, অনেকগুলো দ্বার আমাদের জন্য খোলা। এবং উনি খুব ওয়ার্মলি ওয়েলকাম করেছেন বাংলাদেশের যারা ইয়াংস্টার আছে বা যারা হায়ার এডুকেশনের জন্য ইউএসএতে যেতে চায়, তাদেরকে তিনি অনেক বেশি প্রায়োরিটি, অনেক গুরুত্বের সাথে দেখছেন এবং তিনি আরো অনেক অনেক অপরচুনিটি আমাদের সবার জন্য, বাংলাদেশের মানুষের জন্য ক্রিয়েট করতে চান। একই সাথে ইউএসএ থেকে যারা বাংলাদেশে আসছেন বা ইউএসএ থেকে যারা বাংলাদেশে বিভিন্ন কার্যক্রমের জন্য আসছেন, তাদেরকেও তিনি খুব চমৎকারভাবে ওয়েলকাম করছেন। এবং একই সাথে ইউএসএ এবং বাংলাদেশের এই বন্ধুত্বপূর্ণ সম্পর্ক, এই চমৎকার এই সম্পর্কটি যেন সবসময় বজিয়ে থাকে, সেই উদ্দেশ্যকে সামনে রেখে তিনি কাজ করে যাচ্ছেন। এবং অলরেডি তিনি কমিউনিটি রেডিও নিয়ে অনেক বেশি আশাবাদী এবং কমিউনিটি রেডিওর মাধ্যমে যে আমরা একদম রুরাল মানুষদের কাছে পর্যন্ত পৌঁছে যাই, এই বিষয়টা ওনাকে অনেক বেশি এনকারেজ করেছে এবং অনেক বেশি তিনি এটা গুরুত্বের সাথে দেখেছেন। এবং আরো অনেক অনেক কাজ কমিউনিটির মাধ্যমে, কমিউনিটি রেডিওর মাধ্যমে হোক, এই আশাবাদ তিনি ব্যক্ত করেছেন।
থ্যাংক ইউ ফর স্টেইং উইথ আস এন্ড থ্যাংক ইউ ফর স্টেইং উইথ রেডিও পদ্মা 99.2 FM.
Radio Padma FM 99.2